Alright, today we'll be using a 2000 Honda Accord 3.0 for our training aid. This is the wiring diagram for the starting circuit and how it operates. On the diagram here you have the switch. When you close that switch, i.e. turn it to start, the power comes down to the starter relay. Once the relay activates, it closes the switch on the other side of the relay. Power then goes down to the starter solenoid, the relay located down there. Once that activates, the starter solenoid switch side will close and the power goes back around to the battery. Then that is the power circuit. You also have the neutral safety switch, which has to be in neutral for the system to activate. Power comes from the battery, it's grounded, and then the power goes back to the ignition switch. Also in that circuit you have a fuse box relay. There's two fuses in that circuit, and there's also under the dash there's a fuse relay box behind the left side of the dash, which completes the circuit back to the ignition switch. The system is from the battery is grounded to the frame, and the starter is also grounded to the motor. Alright, the starter relay is located under driver's side under dash fuse relay box behind left side of the dash. The starter is going to be left front of the vehicle. The battery is also going to be left front of engine compartment. The fuse box is under hood. Fuse relay box is going to be on the right rear corner of the engine compartment. Another fuse relay box under dash behind left side of dash. And of course we know the ignition switch is in the column or in the dash. The neutral safety switch, it's going to be the gear switch in the rear of the transaxle. That must be in neutral to start the vehicle. Our battery is located to left front of the vehicle under the hood. At this time we got battery charger on it, charging the battery. The starter on this vehicle is located on the left front side of the engine compartment, mounted to the motor. It's right here. So under hood fuse relay box, it is actually under the hood to the right rear corner of the engine compartment. The starter relay is actually located under the dash, and the fuse relay box under the dash. Process to remove the gear position switch and how to check that. This is the starter cut relay after it was removed from under the dash. Now this relay, once you do the ignition switch, it operates like this. It's going to put power to the coil, which activates the coil and makes it a magnetic field, and then you can close the switch. Be able to close the switch in the relay, would just let the power continue on to the starter. The gear position switch is located to the rear of the transaxle of the vehicle. This time we're going to conduct an open voltage test on this battery. We're going to place our DVOM in the voltage reading. Make sure we're still in the range where we need to be. Now we're set within the range. Our red lead is plugged into the red, black in the common. Right now we're reading 8.9 on this battery, which we had it on the charger, but it still needs to be charged a little more. The purpose of the open volt test was to determine the voltage that was in the battery As you've seen, this one was low and needs to be charged. Alright, and this time we're going to perform a starter draw test. This Accord is an automatic transmission. So our battery minimum cranking amp should be at 8.5 volts, which our battery is low, so we have it on the charger. But our maximum current draw when we conduct the test should be 380. And this time we've hooked up our machine and we're going to conduct a starter draw test. We've hooked up our clamp around the positive lead. Go ahead and turn it over. That's good. Alright, during our test, our maximum draw was 105. That's what the machine read, so that should be within specifications.
Alright, so as you can see, it averages about 103 amps.
It appears that the starter draw test was within specification both times we've done it. Alright, this time we're gonna perform a voltage drop test across the positive terminal to the starter. Go ahead and turn it over. Getting 0.3. This point, I think that's because the terminal's loose though. While performing the starter draw test and the voltage drop test on the starter cables and things, the fuse is removed from the starting system so that it will turn over, but it won't start.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now.
This time we're going to
As you can see, we have about
cable
0.4 volts of resistance.
We're going to do a bench test on this starter. We've already hooked up the battery and the cables where they need to be, positive, positive, negative, negative. We're going to do a jumper wire and bench test the starter. Now we're coming in with here and we're going to activate the S terminal and the starter should activate. And it does, so this starter is good.